You are traveling to different part of the world. You're crossing like literally really big distance to come to Wadi Rum Desert. Then I think it's really worth to have chance to meet the people and to talk about the people to know. Because if you're just coming to have a, let's say, a fancy place to stay and just sleep and listen to music and then just go, then you'll miss a lot. Why are you even traveling?
Hey, it's Yulia, and this is Going Places, a show about fascinating places near and far, and the people who make them better. Welcome back to the show, everyone. This is your host, Yulia Denisyuk. Today, we're bringing back a very special episode that is probably one of my all-time favorite conversations on this podcast. And here is why. We're traveling to Wadi Rum, my favorite place on earth. Ever since I first set foot in this desert in the south of Jordan, I knew this will be a very special place for me. And it has been. Over the last decade of traveling to Jordan, I've come to this desert countless times, often spending days or weeks at a time here. There is a stillness to this desert that I rarely find elsewhere. The vast landscapes of Wadi Rum make you feel small and your problems insignificant. And the light in this desert is golden, ethereal almost. But it is the people of Wadi Rum that make it the most incredible place on earth. Over the years, I've been fortunate to make friendships with the people who live and work in this desert, the Bedouins. I've witnessed their daily lives, celebrated with them during Eid holidays, and went on their jeep tour rides across the desert. Throughout every interaction, I've always felt like there is warmth, integrity, and understanding among these people that is special. And today, I want to share that feeling with you. Our conversation today is with Ahmad Mara'yeh, a Bedouin man who, together with his friends Fala Zawaide and Hassan Marayeh, runs Rum Planet Camp, a traditional Bedouin camp in the desert. In this conversation, we're going to discuss what Bedouin culture is, how tourism has impacted Wadi Rum and the people living there, what sustainability looks like in the desert, and the misconceptions of traveling to the Middle East. We'll also discuss why Bedouins, while being just as busy and stressed out as anyone else, have a secret weapon to deal with it, what Ahmad misses about the traditional Bedouin lifestyle, and what Matt Damon, yes, the Matt Damon, is like in real life. I love my friendship with Ahmad, and I hope that it shows in this conversation. And if you want to know more about Ahmad and his camp, be sure to follow Rum Planet Camp on Instagram. We'll link to it in the show notes. And before we begin today, I have some very big news to share with you. Our next trip to Jordan is now live. If you've always wanted to travel to this country, and if you've always wanted to do it with me, now is your chance. The 10-day trip runs from June 5th to 14th, 2026, and if you book your spot by January 5th, you'll be able to get it on the early bird pricing. I've been to Jordan over 20 times, and nothing makes me happier than sharing my knowledge and love for it with others. On this trip, you'll get to experience this country through my lens, while directly supporting over 100 Jordanian families working in tourism. You will also be meeting Ahmad and numerous other dear friends of mine from the community I've built in Jordan over the years. And here is the best part. When you travel with us, your money doesn't go to a big global travel company. It funds our independent journalism at Going Places, enabling us to share stories we produce for this very podcast and the rest of our platform, and it funds the work of local communities in Jordan, like Dar Neme, an organization we'll visit on the trip, which employs over 3,000 women and refugees across Jordan. Get all the information about this June trip, including the itinerary, what we'll do, and the price at goingplacesmedia.com/Jordan, or check out the link in the show notes. All right, now let's get started with our conversation with my dear friend Ahmad Marayeh from Rum Planet Camp. Welcome, Ahmad, to the podcast. I'm so excited to welcome you today.
Thank you, Yulia. Thank you. I'm happy to be with you tonight.
Me too. It's been so long, right? We were just talking about before we started recording how I miss you guys and I can't wait to see you. And every time I come, you're my family. So I miss you guys.
We, you know that we miss you here as well. And you know, this is your home. Whenever you decide to run away from your work, you know, you have a place here to come.
You guys, you guys listening right now, I don't think I've shared this before on the podcast, but every time I come to Wadi Rum, which you know Wadi Rum is my favorite place on earth, I talk about it all the time, but every time I come I stay with Ahmad and his friends at the camp, and every time I am so close to never returning. I am so close to just staying there. Last time I came, I even started looking into perhaps buying some land, doing something like that, because that place just calls me so much, and it's a great honor to know you guys, to be your friend, and to have been able to stay there so many times. So thank you. I'm so glad to
Thank
talk
you.
to you.
I have told you this before that you don't have to buy a land to be here, you know, because you will be with your family here whenever you come.
I know.
Welcome. This is your home.
Thank you. Thank you, my friend. So tell us a little bit about yourself. What is your name, and where are you at the moment?
Yeah, my name is Ahmad Mara'yeh, and I'm a Bedouin guy from Wadi Rum Desert. Right now I'm at our family camp. It's Rum Planet Camp,
The
and
best camp.
yeah, I'm happy to to think so. Yeah, you know, because in this place we always welcome our guests from all around the world, from different backgrounds, different nationalities.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this is that's what makes it excited. You know,
Mm-hmm.
to share our culture with people from different cultures, and sometimes we have a really nice discussion about the differences between the cultures, and you know how's our life compared to other people's life in different parts of the world.
So tell me about that. What is the Bedouin culture like? What is the Bedouin life like? I think that's one of the reasons why so many people come to your camp, because they get a glimpse of how you guys live. And I think this is something that we are seeking in modern life, to have something that you guys have, something that perhaps some of us have lost in other places. But tell me, what do you think Bedouin culture is like? What is Bedouin life like?
uh, you know, Bedouin people, they are welcoming people. You know, in our culture we always welcome our guests. We are like always open our home to to welcome people from all around the world. That would make it also nice for the people that they coming here, and they like it because they find nice people. They they meet them with a very nice smile. They open their home to them. They share the stories with them. So in general, our culture as a Bedouins, we are a welcoming people. That's the first point, and that's why we when we started this camp, we focused about like showing our identity as a Bedouin in every single details in our camp. In Wadi Rum, we put a stamp belong to us. So we don't have only to talk to people so they can like be connected with our culture, even if they just sit by themselves. If they look around, everything around them, it makes them feel that you know uh, they are connected with the area. They are connected with the people.
Give me an
Yeah.
example of that. Like, what is an example of that in your camp that guests can sit around and feel like they're connected? What would be an example of that?
Uh, you know, You mean for the people that they're coming here and they are, yeah. I think you yourself, you were just talking a few minutes ago, that's how you are really missing this place. And sometimes you have those thoughts by staying here and, maybe not leaving this area anymore. It's not just only because of the land, it's because of the people that they're staying here. Every single person leave their home or their place, their work, and put their time, to come to us and to be with us. They are really, that means a lot to us. So their time, it's for us, it's we want to make it value for them. That's why from the moment that they come to Wadi Rum until the moment that they leave, we're trying to fulfill all their time by something new and something make difference in their life. Not because I'm a Bedouin and I belong to this area, but I can tell you that we have a very rich culture, and there's a lot of positive things from our culture, and that's why we really trying to give this influence, the good influence from our culture to the other people. So, for example, the people really stressed from their work or from their life in general. So here, when they come, we try to let them pause a little bit, stop for a moment, think for a moment, just, go with the flow, take it easy, not like stress themselves more than it's needed. So when they come here, they feel the peace from the area that we have. It's a very quiet camp, very quiet area. From all, let's say, all last years that we have been working with tourism, it made us also give us a very good experience by understanding people. That's why when we talk to them, we know how to to get them relieved from everything that they have. For example, when they come to our camp, we ourselves as a Bedouins, we welcome them personally, and we sit with them, we talk to them, we share everything about our culture with the concept of camp here. It's we made it very detailed. Like, for example, the mattresses, the cushions, the box that we show to the guests all belong to this area, so they can they know more about our culture.
I can attest to the special feeling that you get when you come to Rum Planet Camp. From the first time that I stayed with you guys, I noticed how really you make everyone feel at home, and you make everyone feel so welcomed there, and it's really special. And I see how so many people are just when they first come to your camp, they keep coming back again and again. A lot of times it's like repeat guests, which is amazing. They see how special this camp is, and how you guys really go out of your way to make us feel welcomed, and like you said, make us feel like we're a part, perhaps for a little bit, we're a part of this area. And, we get a glimpse into how you live, we get a glimpse into your culture, and it's really beautiful. I want to ask you, actually, can you tell people a little bit about where you're at? So you're in Wadi Rum. What is Wadi Rum, and what does it mean to you as a Bedouin man?
Yeah, Wadi Rum area, it's one of the best places in Middle East.
I agree.
Yeah, and it's in Jordan. It's located in Jordan, and it's one of the like important touristic places in Jordan. I think it's the second after Petra. It's an attractive place for the visitors from all around the world. The people who live here, it's the Bedouins. Since hundreds of years that they used to live in this desert. And so since let's say maybe 30 years, because of the media, the internet, people start to know more about Wadi Rum Desert, and they start to come and to see this beautiful part of the world. This area, when you come to this desert, you'll feel like you are not on Earth. It looks like you are in another planet because of the nature of the mountains and the dunes, the different colors of the dunes. That's one of the reasons made it an attractive place for the filmmakers and the photographers. So there's many Hollywood and movies has been filmed recently in Wadi Rum area. For example, like The Martian by Matt Damon, 2015, Aladdin by Will Smith, 2016, and also Star Wars Episode 9, Dunes, many Bedouin TV series from like they produced it almost like every year. This is make it also known more for the globe, and people start to come and to see this area. Well, how it's look like, and it became since 1998. It became a natural reserve, and the size of this area is 720 square kilometers. So it's covered like a very large area. We have like a part of this area, let's say, announced and focused for like normal tours that people, visitors, that they can come and do the tours and the activities that in this desert, and some other part of the area. It's still like a pure area. There's not many camps. Just like more away from people movement.
Yeah. Okay, hold on. There's so many questions I want to ask you now. But one of them is, I remember you showed me once you had a photo with Matt Damon when they came and filmed over there. What is he like in person?
He's a very good person. I like him. Before he came, Matt Damon, he's a famous actor, and I think I like him as an actor and as a person after I met him. Yeah, so it was a very good chance for me to meet with him when he came here 2015.
Amazing. Yeah, it's and like you said, it's become really the desert of Wadi Rum has become more famous, more popular around the world because of the internet, because of the media, because of all these movies and things that you've mentioned. But I'm curious, what was it like growing up in a place like that? I mean, if this is your backyard, what was that like? I just I think that's so fascinating that you grow up in such a beautiful place.
To be honest with you, I didn't realize as how beautiful area and the culture. I have been born and raised in this desert after I met people from other cultures, because sometimes value the things that you have until you compare it or until you face, like, let's say, different situation. So for me, I have born and I have raised in this desert, like any Bedouin child from this area, helping the family, running after the animals, yeah, it's my childhood was more connected with the desert and with the area, because also when I was a child, we didn't have many distractive uh, things like today, like the internet today that everybody has. The mobiles was not available at that time. Yeah, so and after I grew up, after more people start to come to Wadi Rum, I start to do, let's say, in the beginning, I start to do the jeep tours with them, to guide them to the desert, to show them beautiful locations here. Then it starts to be like more exciting, because every time you meet new people and they ask you things that sometimes you don't know, it's really nice things that you have already have. But after they ask about your life, and then you start to answer about their questions, and you understand that you have many beautiful things in your life. So it makes you like your life even more. So that's the beginning. Year after year, I start to make many friendship all around the world. So I think if I go anywhere, I will have friends. Yeah, that's a blessing.
It is. It really is. And I think that's what inspires me every time that I come to see you guys. Don't get me wrong. Like I see how hard you work. Also, by the way, let's acknowledge that fact. You, especially if it's high season, which in the desert means the months of, let's say, March, April, and let's say October, right? That's when a lot of people come to Jordan because it's a nice climate, nice weather at that time. And when I come to the camp in that point of the year, I see how hard you guys work. You are very busy as well, but I think what is really inspiring for me is that even so you're very busy, even so you're also always on your phones. When you're busy, you're taking phone calls, you're taking new reservations and all of that. You just have to step one step and you are in this incredible setting. Absolutely incredible, absolutely awe-inspiring. If I can describe Wadi Rum for you guys, it is a vastness of golden light, beautiful light. The sun is everywhere. The air is so, there's so much air. There's so much vastness. There's mountains all around you, granite, limestone, beautiful shades of brown and red. There is sand dunes as far as the eye can see. And you just breathe differently when you're over there. You're not cramped. You're not in some small, location. And I think that's why, even though you're also busy and stressed sometimes, like I don't want to over romanticize this, right? I don't want to say, oh my God, you guys' life is perfect and everything like that. But I think because of that, because you are in this setting, from my perhaps biased perspective, there's something different about how you carry yourself, how you show up in the world as the Bedouin people that I've met so far, as the friends that I have in this community. There is a calmness about you. There is something about you that's, because of the years of living in that environment, is different about you. Does that make sense what I'm saying? Does it resonate with you?
Yes, absolutely true. Everything you said, it's right. Life in the desert is not easy in general.
Yeah.
It's very hard life. But what make it easy for people, that's maybe because of the environment that we have here, the influence of the nature on us. It's make us really stand and let's say enjoy what we are doing. I think this is one of the things that maybe a few days ago I have said the same thing to one of my friends, that maybe especially during the high season, from the stress of the reservations, the work that we have here with tourism. If I would have the same let's say pressure from work, maybe in another place, another location, maybe I can't handle it.
Yes.
But because you know, all this pressure like being here in the desert, that would make us, as you said, we just you know, enjoy it because we had the good influence from the nature on us.
Mm-hmm.
This is the same thing happened with Bedouins who living in the desert since a long time ago. The Bedouin with their family taking care of the animals, let's say taking care of the family as well. It's not easy for the family to do it, but what make them like it, because you know, they have you know, they have the calmness and the peace of the desert. That's what make them, you know, really take it in a good way.
Yeah. Oh my God. I need to go soon. I need to go soon. It's been too long. It's been too long. Last time I was there was this May, and it's too long. I need to come back.
If you realize something, that we're always talking about the people and the nature,
Mm-hmm.
like because both are important. You can't like have the nature without the people, and you can't really focus on the people and forget about the nature.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's our duty as locals to take care of our nature and our deserts. When you come to Rum Planet Camp, you will be in a sustainable camp and an eco camp, because we decide to save our nature and like to protect our nature. That's why we decided to be sustainable camp. It took us a long time, many years, many steps to reach the point to be 100% sustainable camp by not using anything harming our nature. The last thing that we have done, starting from this year, we stopped using plastic at all at the camp, and you know, we found the result of this by you know, the compliments from our guests that we have, and also, you know, let's say the trash that we take out from the camp, we reduce it like about 40%.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's something really, really good to have it. So sustainable camp, that means we use solar power. We don't use generators. We use isolation system to, you know, to protect from the desert heat or desert cold in winter time. Everything, even the food is also 85% of the food that we produce here. It's local food. It's from local products. We also use start to use the like I forgot the English term for.
What is it in Arabic?
Yeah, we start, you know, using wood. We use it again. Like for the tables, for example, the cushions that we have here, it's handmade from the Bedouin woman. By the way, the Bedouin woman is part of our work here. They are like you know, they connected with our work, and they support us. We have also some programs with them related to the food. We have some special meals you know, they make it for the guests. And sometimes we have cooking classes, so the guests that they can come and try to experience some kind of foods that we produce here. Yeah, so this is some of the things that we offer here at the camp, and we do.
I'm so glad that you brought this up, because this was going to be, I wanted it to be a big part of our discussion today, because as we mentioned earlier, you know, tourism to Wadi Rum started about 30 years ago, and it grew year over year. It's been growing. The desert is becoming more popular. The desert is also becoming more crowded. You can see more people in the desert now visiting. You can see more camps also in the desert, right? So I also want to say that for people who are coming to Wadi Rum, it's really important to research which camp you're staying, because your experience in different camps is going to be different. Some camps are really geared towards a lot of traffic. So that can be, you know, that can be your experience, that you are staying in a very big camp that has a lot of people in it, and you're not going to feel that personal touch. Some camps are really geared towards those Instagram shots of those bubbles. You guys know what I'm talking about. We're going to link to some of these pictures in the show notes, but you know what I'm talking about. It's those glamp tents, those glamp bubble tents that are half plastic, half, you know, they have clear openings so you can see the stars through them. But my God, how unsustainable are those bubbles, and how harming they are actually to the environment, because it takes a lot of electricity to power those up. They're plastic, they're PVC made. I'm not going to go too much into this right now, but if you're interested in learning more about this, I actually wrote an article for a Far magazine about this exact topic and why it's important to stay in traditional Bedouin camps rather than these plastic bubbles when you're in Wadi Rum. We're going to link to it in the show notes. But where I'm going with this is, I'm curious, how do you think has tourism impacted the Bedouins and the desert?
The impact of tourism, I think it's limited for the people who living in Wadi Rum Desert. You know, Bedouins in general, they have they are covering a big part of Jordan. Some Bedouins in the north, in the middle, and south. But let's say about Wadi Rum Desert, yes, there's impact from tourism on the Bedouins' life, especially the younger generation, because they grow up with tourism. They focus more about working on tourism, more than like being really living as a original Bedouin life. So I don't know how it's gonna be after many years from now, but that's why here in our camp, as a Rum Planet Camp, we really trying to keep our traditionals as a Bedouin's life live. We are not going with, let's say, the other projects or the other camps' policy of working, because, you know, everybody has his own interests, and but for us, we know our goal, we know what we are doing, we know what we want to show to the guests, because they are traveling all around the world to come for Wadi Rum Desert to see the people who are living here. So it's we should show them our life, our real life, not like faking anything. So when they come, we have many different, let's say, programs that we can offer to the guests, but all of them going to the way that to be connected with the culture, with the people, with the area. Starting from the jeep tours, we take them to a route that they can feel the desert. They can feel the nature. The hiking tours, for example, we take them also to good locations. We have very good guides with them. Like we offer also, for example, the visiting Bedouin family. We have like different durations for those visits. There's a short visits that they can come for a couple of hours, meeting with the people, talking to the people. And we have a longer visits that they can stay overnight with the Bedouin family. Sometimes we have special programs for like bringing, for example, some women to the camp to, from the Bedouins women that to make, for example, food for them and to so they can see how our life is going here.
Yeah.
So this is the way that we work here in this camp.
It's really beautiful, and I remember we did this several times with you guys because for our listeners, I've brought several groups to Jordan, and every time, of course, we have to stay in Wadi Rum with my groups as well. And of course, we stay in Ahmad's camp, no question about it. There's no other option at all. This is, for me at least, in my opinion, this is the only option in Wadi Rum is Ahmad and Rum Planet Camp. And I remember several times we went and did exactly what you said. We went and we stayed with a Bedouin family for lunch. Remember that one we stayed at last time where we had mansaf? And we stayed at their tent and we talked about their life and how their kids are living in the village now, but they still oftentimes stay in the desert in a tent. And that was really nice. Actually, can you talk a little bit about that part, because I think people perhaps don't understand the difference, let's say, between a traditional Bedouin lifestyle and the lifestyle that's kind of encroaching more and more now. Traditionally, Bedouins used to live inside the desert. Is that accurate to say that?
Yeah, living a nomad life, living staying all their time in the desert. But now it's partly nomad life, not like a fully nomad life. We have some people, especially the old generation from the Bedouins, that they like to in the desert, away from the village, away from the people, just to enjoy their original life. The younger generation, like the kids or their children now, they have their stone houses in the village, but they come and go to them like every day, every couple of days. And there's a reason behind that, because now the children need to go to school, and there's a school in the village, so they need to have a place close from the school so they can like go and come every day. But in the weekend, all the family become together in the desert. Yeah.
And what happens then? What happens when they go to the desert in the weekend? They pitch a big tent and hang out there at the tents in the desert. Is that what happens?
Some of them have already tents located in somewhere in the desert, and they go to that tent and they stay like the weekend there, and then come back. And some of the Bedouins that they don't have, especially in many time of the year, we don't need the tents. They don't need the tents, for example. They just go like at camp, free camping in the desert to come back. So being connected with the desert, it's something in our blood. So even if we have stone houses, we have to go from time to time outside and to be more in the desert. Yeah.
That is so beautiful. Do you think the young people feel this too and feel it as much? Or how I'm curious, I guess, in how do younger, like you mentioned earlier, you don't know how this is going to look like 20, 30, 40 years from now, right? Because of course the world is becoming smaller and we are all becoming more homogenous in the way we live because we all have the same iPhone and we all have the same internet and Instagram, right? So that's what I'm curious about, to tease a little bit that idea of like, how are the young people in the desert? How do they feel that connection? Do they feel it as strongly as you do and as your father and grandfather did, or is it different for them?
Uh, I think they don't understand it now as we do, because for me, as I told you from the beginning, that I have lived the, let's say, the two way of living, like the original living, the normal living that we have, and now with the media, being connected, trying to be online all the time, because of the work. And I tell you that I miss the old way of living. For the younger generation, because they have born on this life, on this way of living, let's say, with the media, with the internet, with the mobiles. So it's became needed. They can't say get rid of it and just forget about it, and like living uh, separately from the world. Uh, with many years, I'm sure that there's a lot of things will change, because to be honest with you, not only for the Bedouin culture, I think for many cultures, because this internet is connected all the world together, and they start to learn and to read, and sometimes to act like some other people from different cultures. With many years, I think it will become a habit, and new habits maybe in the cultures. But I hope that at least the main values of the culture, that they can keep it, and they can make it stand. So that's why we took on our shoulder as Bedouins here, not to be part of this change, at least while living, just to show the reality of being a Bedouin.
What do you miss about that lifestyle the most?
I miss the connection between the people. We used to have more connection. We used to be more together, not like today. Today, everybody is busy with their work. I think we are lucky to be busy at this part at Wadi Rum Desert, not any other parts. But in general, yeah, it's the communicating between the families it's not strong as it was before.
Isn't that ironic that we are more connected than ever before to the outside world, but our immediate relationships have less connection now? Would you
There's
agree?
an interruption connection. I don't hear you very well.
Yes, I said, isn't it ironic that we are so connected now to the rest of the world, but our immediate connections or immediate relationships are less connected because we're all so busy nowadays. It's very ironic. I find it very ironic. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I'm sorry. The connection is coming and goes, so I don't hear everything what you have said.
Okay.
But yeah, I think you agree with me that not like in the past.
I agree. However, it's interesting that you said, it's interesting to me that this is what you called out as the thing that you miss, because what I observe when I come to Rum is that you guys are together more so than any other situations or settings or places that I've been at. And that is also very attractive to me. So when I come, and I stay at your camp, and you know, you're sitting all together, you're having tea or whatever out there in the back, you know, the spot that I'm talking about out there in the back. It's so beautiful for me to see that, you know, everybody who comes by to say hi, they come in, they sit down by the same table and they have tea. You are together in this way, you know. And I think for me, looking outside, I see this still, it's a lot more togetherness than what I experienced, for example, here in Chicago. You know, so it's interesting for me it's interesting for me that you said that, you know, you're missing that togetherness. So I can imagine how much more it was if,
how it yes.
Yeah, that's really beautiful.
Yeah, I hope that we make like, let's say, a good influence and a positive influence on all other people here in the area, to, you know, to, let's say, to keep our tradition alive for long.
Mm-hmm. If you had to say it in one sentence, what is that tradition? That Bedouin tradition, if you had to like summarize it or explain it to somebody in one sentence, what would that be?
In one sentence,
or 2 sentences, okay.
We have the best tradition. I say this because, as I told you, I have friends from different parts of the world, and like, I have this discussion with people since long time, and you know, that's why I see that we have. That's why I told you that we have a rich culture, but we need to focus about the good things in our culture. Yeah, I can't like really summarize it in just only one sentence, but
it's focused on it's focused on family. It's focused on being connected to nature, like you said. It's very hospitable. It values being together. Right? Like these are some of the things that I've noticed over the years that are really attractive to me as an outsider, you know. What would you say are some perhaps misconceptions, or maybe have you come across, you know, in your years of working with travelers, have you come across any stereotypes or any misconceptions that people have when they come to Jordan, when they come to this part of the world, and how do you what would you want to say to that?
Yeah, there's most of the misconceptions that we have, or I faced, that's people that they already have about us, about Bedouins, or about Arab, or about Muslims. You know, we as a Bedouins, we all Muslims, and it's something that they have heard from the media.
Mm-hmm.
About let's say, being a Muslim or being from Middle East, that means you are like, it's not a safe place, not good people. And they think that we are, especially when it comes to the woman topic, that we took a woman as a slaves, or as somebody that we don't respect women. But this is wrong. This is totally wrong. That's the first thing that they learn when they come here, that they know the value of our culture. They know the value of our religion. How do we respect, how we are welcoming people. They feel it because the first people that we connect, it's themselves. They feel it in themselves. That's how we deal with them. So if they have any, let's say, difficulties, if they face any problems, we are willing to help them without asking anything in return. This is in our culture. We give them the fair, like, the most welcome and the most care that we can do, because they are our guests, and this is from our culture. We respect the women that they come. We don't judge them depend on how they look or how they wear, because we understand that they're coming from a different background, so we don't judge them depend on that. And this is coming from our culture and our religion, that we don't judge people depending on how do they look like. And we don't have to force them to think what we think or to agree with what we, let's say, what we believe, let's say. In our culture as the Bedouins, we have a very high position for the woman. For us, the woman is it means the family. The woman, it means the the person who connects all the family together. The woman, it's the one who took care of the men from the beginning, when they're little children until they grow up. The woman, they always supporting them, supporting the men. So even in our troubles, when they have problems between the families, they don't involve women in that, because they know they have respect for the woman. When the Bedouins used to, when they want to show they're proud, they name themselves by their sister's name. In the past. Let's say they say, I'm a brother of Pla. That's, they name their sister. Yeah, because that means that they are proud of their sister, of the woman. So I have brothers and I have sisters. And if my brother asks me something, maybe I don't answer, like, let's say, answer him immediately. But if one of my sisters called me, then it's an emergency. So I have to answer immediately. Yeah. So that's how it happened here.
I love that. So, I love that so much.
Yeah, this is mainly those the things that people maybe they don't know about it until they come and they see how we live. And I have this question from friends and from visitors from how do you think that Bedouin woman is happy, or Muslim woman is happy with her life? I tell him maybe I'm the wrong person that you ask. If you want to ask this, then you should ask the woman, not me. Absolutely. Because for me as a man, I can't tell you about my feeling as a man. Maybe I tell you that how I see that they feel, but I can't tell you 100%. That's why we welcome them, like the woman, to come and visit us and with our family. So when they come, they can talk to the woman, and they can ask them directly to see how they are living, or do they like their life or not.
I love this so much, because this is exactly the kinds of conversations we have in your camp when I come and stay. And not just me, right? Like you said, this is the conversations that you have with all of your guests who are interested in these kinds of conversations. And yes. I think that is just so beautiful, because that's how we're going to increase the common level of understanding in the world, common level of appreciation for different people, different places around the world. And I think for me, that's one of the reasons why I connected with you so much from the beginning, because I feel like we have very shared vision or mission, even, because what you guys are trying to do with your work in your camp is very similar to what I'm trying to do with my work when I bring people to Jordan. It's very similar, because for me, it started from that same realization that When I first went to Jordan, I had so many questions from people that were just frankly saying, oh my God, isn't that dangerous? You're in the Middle East, you know? And ever since then, like the work that I've been doing, it's been to address that, you know? I think that's one of the reasons why we connected in the beginning.
Yeah, you are traveling to different part of the world. You're crossing like literally really big distance to come to Wadi Rum Desert. Then I think it's really worth to have chance to meet the people and to talk about the people to know. Because if you're just coming to have a, let's say, a fancy place to stay and just sleep and listen to music and then just go, then you'll miss a lot. Why you even traveling?
Yeah.
You know, you need to see something different. You need to change something in you. And I think this is why I'm also encouraging people, not only about for Wadi Rum, about any other part, to travel, to see, not to just only to rely on what we hear in the media, because sometimes the media can let's say direct the let's say the people understanding and thoughts to one direction, and let them forget or like about the good things and on the cultures.
Absolutely.
So people, when they come here to Wadi Rum, we meet them at Rum Planet Camp, and we try to to show them the real identity of being of being a Bedouin.
I love that. I love that so much. Well, we're gonna start wrapping up here because I could talk to you forever, but you need to go. It's late there in Jordan right now, and the camp is winding down. By the way, we're having this conversation with you at the camp at the moment, in one of my favorite spots at the camp, actually, the communal space where everybody gathers for dinners at colder times of year. And like I said, I can't wait to be back there again very, very soon. And I miss you guys. What would you say, or what's, as we're wrapping up here, what would you want someone who's never been to Jordan, who's never been to Wadi Rum, what would you want them to know, or what would you like to tell them as we're finishing our conversation today?
I would tell them that Jordan is one of the safest place on earth to travel. We have a very beautiful locations in Jordan to visit. It's very interesting, very beautiful area, and Wadi Rum also one of the best places in the world. So that and people here is very friendly, very good people. So you can just like pick a nice time, a good time for you to come and visit us here. Yeah, it's really worth to be here. It's really worth.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, and we hope to welcome people here anytime.
And I couldn't agree more with you, Ahmad. And for our listeners, if you do go to Jordan, and if you do come to Wadi Rum, which you absolutely should, I hope you understand by now that the only place to stay in Wadi Rum is Rum Planet Camp. My friend Ahmad, my friend Fala, and my friend Hassan are going to take such good care of you guys. And definitely do check them out. We're going to link to Rum Planet Camp in our show notes, so you can follow them on Instagram. You can check out their website. And I hope you get to see for yourself what we've been talking about here: the beauty of Wadi Rum, the desert, the vastness, the stillness of the desert, the beauty of the people, the hospitality, the kindness, the conversations that you can have. I really hope that for our listeners that you get to experience that for yourself in person, because that is the most powerful experience you can have. Thank you so much, Ahmad. Much love to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Yulia. It was, it has been a great pleasure to be with you here, and um, I hope to see you soon, inshallah. Yeah, I know that you are like always busy, but you have to take some time for yourself.
Inshallah. I'm always busy, but I have a place in my heart for Wadi Rum that's never gonna take anyone, no other place is gonna take it. So I really hope that sometime soon I can come and spend some time with you guys. Thank you, Ahmad.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you.
Going Places shares stories that help us imagine a better way to live, create, and travel. We are located on the traditional unceded Anishinaabe homelands. Our theme music is Altercations by Matt Nicholson at Big Score Audio. Our editor is Luciana Boss. We are an audience-supported platform. Become a member and get our awesome perks at goingplacesmedia.com. Our founding members are Rise Travel Institute, a nonprofit with a mission to create a more just and equitable world through travel education, and Radostina Boseva, a film photographer with an editorial flair based in San Francisco. Take care and safe travels.